Hi everyone, this is Ali Hussein Kasim of Ali Talks Tech. This week in our weekly roundup, we are covering several stories. The first one is the phenomenal rise of the eNaira, which is quite interesting considering its laggardly start to its life. The second story we are touching on is Partech Partners. This is one of the most prolific venture capital funds operating in Africa. They've just raised their Venture 2 fund of $300 million. Next, we'll be covering Flutterwave's temporary close of Disha. This is their creator platform. And last but not least, we are covering South Africa's buy now, pay later boom, 5.7 billion growth by 2027 estimated. So without further ado, let's go to the eNaira. What is causing the eNaira growth? Over the span of 9 months, the eNaira's Nigeria's central bank digital currency has grown phenomenally by 302%. This is quite interesting for me because when the eNaira was launched a couple of years ago, the growth wasn't pervasive, but seems like in the last 9 months, there has been an interesting growth to this. One of the integral parts of the eNaira is, of course, the e-wallet, but there's probably a nuance here that has helped this growth. The access to USSD, the fact that possibly, and here I'm just sort of making some assumptions, the fact that you have a tremendous lack of dollars could actually be part of that reason. This is a story I'll be following very closely in the next couple of weeks to try and interrogate what has made that phenomenal growth in the last 9 months. The next story we are covering is Partech committing of $300 million to Africa's tech ecosystem. This phenomenal VC has closed its Partech 2 fund, $300 million, and they are committing this into the African market. Over the last couple of years, since 2012, Partech has invested about $400 million into about 100 tech companies across Africa. The thing I love about Partech is not just the fact that they are investing in the African tech ecosystem, but one of the things that I love is the wealth of information they share within the tech ecosystem across Africa. I always look forward to their reports on who's done what in the venture space, who has raised what sort of traction the companies under their portfolio have had during the period that they have been under their investment. To the Partech partners, thumbs up to you guys. Keep up the good work. My next story is on Flutterwave. In 2021, Flutterwave acquired this company called Disha, which is a Nigerian platform supporting creators in marketing and payments. They've just announced a closure, and the statement from the company is basically saying they are evaluating the strategic linkages between Disha and the larger Flutterwave platform. Guys, the creator economy in Africa is growing tremendously, and my hope and prayer is that the evaluation is really about positioning and not another euphemism to close down the platform. I believe that players like Flutterwave, which is a fintech for those who may not be aware, are integral in growing the creative economy across Africa by providing needed rails for payments and for transactions and for engagement with the larger ecosystem who may be interested in the creators within Africa's creator economy. So, fingers crossed here, hoping that they will not close this. My last story covering is the growth of South Africa's buy now, pay later industry. 5.7 billion in growth estimated by 2027. This growth of the BNPL sector in South Africa is fueled by the increasing demand for flexible credit options and the booming e-commerce sector. Ken Research, which did this report, is estimating 14.8% compounded annual growth rate, translating to a substantial 4.7 billion market size by 2027. Those are the 4 key stories we are covering this week. Let's keep it here. Looking forward to seeing you again next week. Thank you.